Slightly less dark than it was 5 minutes ago, which means morning is nigh and Gandalf is coming. Hi, welcome to Walk America, the YouTube series that attempts to document my thus far 7,900 mile, 452 walk across our country, from the westernmost point to the easternmost point, with a whole lot of other points thrown in between. I often get the question, Isaiah, how far do you walk in a day? And the best answer is somewhere between 5 miles and 55 miles, because I've done both. This video is actually going to try to show you what it was like when I did the 55 miles, which I think was actually somewhere around 53 point something. Back in South Carolina on the solstice. Enjoy the video. I just realized something. It is June 20th. Well, I already knew that, but I just realized that it has implications. The farthest I've ever walked in one day, both in this trip and probably in my life, was last year. I walked 35.3 miles, I think. Coincidentally, on my birthday, as I approached a city in eastern Washington called Ritzville. Now, I have heard from other people that they have managed to put up far more exclamatory worthy numbers in a single day. I've heard 60, and I think the world record for human foot powered locomotion in a 24-hour period is something like 140 miles. For a long time, I was like, man, I kind of want to do like a 24-hour day challenge, see how far I can get, but walking at night kind of sucks. So I was like, I'll do the longest lit day of the year, which, as many of you may know, in the northern hemisphere at least, is June 21st, the summer solstice. Maybe that's what that's called. So I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. So it's probably not ideal to keep walking, but I don't know where I could just sit for 6 hours and sort of nap/rest without people kind of bugging out. So I'm looking in the fields because I was trying to sit and rest and I got covered in ants. And I really found that premise uninteresting. So I'm gonna go sit on the bench in front of Nordstrom Rack. Hopefully no police get called on me for loitering. So I didn't get a ton of sleep. That is to say, I got no sleep. The fact that I'm this tired, I don't think bodes super well for my success in walking for 24 hours starting in like 15 minutes. Wow. That is a red nose. There's a hotel about 55 miles from where I am now. I'm kind of hoping that I'll finish about there. Alright, it's midnight. We're starting. I'm leaving. I'm walking. Hopefully that'll wake me up a little bit. Might get a Dr. Pepper at the 7-Eleven. I don't know how this is gonna go. But you gotta try things. That's my big thing right now. Try.
What's your password?
We're about an hour and a half in, and to be frank, things aren't boding well. I am extraordinarily drowsy, despite drinking Dr. Pepper. So we'll see. We'll see. Or 3 hours in, rather. Just over 7 miles. In this beautiful road, which has been well lit, sidewalked, so I felt safe, is ending. Well, the road isn't ending, but the sidewalk is. That's okay. We will persevere. It is now 4:16 a.m. We've crossed 10.8 miles off of the count. I'm surprised I'm not more freaked out, because I'm in the middle of nowhere, and this is like horror movie gold. Like, I'm actually in the situation that people scream at the TV for the protagonist to not be in that situation. So, the fact that it's not getting to me at all is kind of strange. I even heard something rustling around in the weeds. Probably a porcupine or a raccoon or an armadillo. Nothing. It is 5:04 a.m. We are 13.05 miles in. The sky ahead of me is slightly less dark than it was 5 minutes ago, which means morning is nigh and Gandalf is coming. 5:28 a.m. and there's officially pink/orange in the sky. Felt noteworthy. I've got some soreness developing in my feet and legs, primarily the tendon like right next to your groin in my right leg. It said no overnight parking, and I'm not parking, and it's not overnight, so I'm okay. Well, I sat down, put my head on the table, and passed out for about an hour. And I wish it were more. It is 11:04 a.m. The good news is we're at 24.7 miles in, and I've only been walking 11 hours, 10 really if you count the hour that I slept on the picnic table. The bad news is that my legs are deteriorating pretty quick. For the first time ever since I started walking, my lower back hurts too. Other good news is that with the advent of sunshine and daytime, the majority of the drowsiness is sort of better. Sleepy and tired, but nowhere near the scale that it was when it was still dark, when it felt like my mind was working through peanut butter.
Dad, write me too.
I am.
Alright, good news and bad news. Mostly bad. Good is that I actually did the second 15 miles, we just crossed 30, in about the same amount of time that it took me to do the first 15, not including the break. Bad news is everything is falling apart. most of my toes hurt pretty bad. Both pinky toes. So I'm gonna take another break, see if that helps at all. I'm still walking. It is 3:22, 33.5 miles exactly in for today. All of my energy is devoted to summoning the willpower to keep my legs moving. I don't have any to spare to lift up the camera and press the button. Update. It is 5 o'clock. We're at 37.4 miles in. That does mean that I have broken my one-day record, which was previously 35.3. Woo! Almost every part of my body is failing, but most especially my feet. Got really bad chafing. I knew you wanted to hear about that. My back isn't so bad, but man, my feet. Really bad. Hi. Update. It is now 8 o'clock. We are about 46 miles in, which means Georgetown and its associated goods and services, like food and a hotel, are only like 7 miles away now, which is an exciting thought. At the 30-mile mark, I wasn't sure I could limp another 2 or 3 more miles. Luckily, the level of pain and misery sort of plateaued. So some nights I think of it fondly. Come to the time of day when it is again dark. It is, let me check, 9:01. I have walked, let me check, 48.35 miles, which is a lot of miles. No shoulder, no sidewalk, and no patience left. I decided to walk down the middle. Really not filming much. My brain can really only process one command: keep moving legs until you can reach sleep place. Air conditioning. It's got a bed, it's got a door, it's got a roof. High standards. My feet have rarely hurt this badly, if ever. I've never broken a bone or anything, so I don't have real good thresholds for pain. So all I know is that this hurts really, really bad. Those last couple miles seem to stretch on for an absolute eternity. So many different parts of my feet are in pain. But we finished off, I think, at 53 something. I'm gonna eat some food that I got and go to bed. It's 8:30 the next day, p.m. I didn't do anything today. I slept in until I think about 4 p.m. It was fantastic. This is Georgetown. I was so tired last time I walked this sidewalk that I kid you not, like every like square, it was just so painful. I remember like I couldn't think about anything else. Just move, just keep on moving. I want to get to the hotel, I want to stop moving. That was it. Like, genuinely is fascinating that the contrast to how much better I feel now. My feet even feel about 1,000,000,000 times better than they did last night. Georgetown looks really pretty, and the only reason I actually left my my hotel is just to grab some food. You know I'm getting me some McDonald's. Subscribe.